This video is a review of the Corsair Vengeance K70 mechanical gaming keyboard. First, I'd like to discuss a bit about how I came to the decision to purchase this specific keyboard, and then I will go over the keyboard itself in a bit more detail. Gaming mechanical keyboards are known for their accuracy and dependability, and so this is why I decided to start doing some research on the keyboards. One of the first decisions that you need to make is which type of a switch you would like your keyboard to have. There are many types of switches, but the main switches are Cherry MX Red, Cherry MX Brown, and Cherry MX Blue. The red has no tactile bump and no clicking noise. The brown has a light tactile feedback but no clicking noise. The blue has both the tactile feedback and the clicking noise. You'll have to do a little bit more research on your own about the switches to make that decision as to which switch would best suit you. I chose the Cherry MX Brown because I wanted the tactile feedback, but as I already type hard on the keys and it creates a bit of a more noise, I decided that I did not want the blue and did not want the clicking noise. When speaking to fellow transcriptionists, many of them had purchased a DOS keyboard and were very happy with that purchase. And because this purchase I was going to make is very expensive, in my opinion, I did not want to buy a keyboard without being able to actually see it in the store. The only store close to me that I could see gaming keyboards firsthand was at the local Best Buy store. They had several brands, including Corsair, but they did not have any DOS keyboards on display. Out of the keyboards that they did have on display, I liked the Corsair the best. Thus, I decided to go online to finish my comparison and compared the DOS brand to the Corsair brand to make my decision which keyboard I would purchase. The DOS keyboard Model S at $139 is the closest comparison to the Vengeance K70 from Corsair at $129. Now, there are other models within the DOS and also within the Corsair that have more features, more options, but they are at higher price points. I will note that the DOS keyboard Model S for the blue and brown switches is at $139, but if you choose the red switches, it is $149. The Corsair Vengeance K70 is $129, no matter whether you buy the red, blue, or brown switches. The main differences between the two keyboards is that the Corsair K70 also comes with a wrist rest. The DOS does not. The Corsair K70 comes with multimedia controls. The DOS does not. And the Corsair Vengeance K70 comes with extra keys that you can swap out, so that the WASD and the 1 through 6 keys, they're like a different key. They're red. I'll show that when I go through the keyboard more specifically. The other thing that was a big deal to me between the Corsair and the DOS was that the Corsair keyboard is backlit. The DOS is not, and I don't think that DOS offers a backlit keyboard in any of their models. For all of these reasons, I chose the Corsair Vengeance K70 gaming mechanical keyboard over the DOS Model S mechanical gaming keyboard. Now I'm going to discuss in a little bit more detail the entire keyboard itself. So as you can see, I did purchase the Corsair Vengeance K70 mechanical gaming keyboard. I purchased it in the Cherry MX brown switches, which give me the light tactile feedback without the click noise. This keyboard comes backlit, off, low, medium, high. This button changes it to where just the WASD, W-A-S-D keys are lit up, as well as the 1 through 6 and your arrow keys. These keys are replaceable. These WASD 1 through 6 keys come with a packet here. The keys have a little bit of a different texture on the front, as well as they're red. This is the key puller, so you do have that option to swap those keys out if you are a gamer. The keyboard does come with a wrist rest that is detachable. It slides off. That's what the clips look like. It also has the feet on the back. It also has feet here as well. So you can adjust it to whichever way works best for you. Another key feature of this keyboard is that it has the multimedia controls. It has the stop, play, fast forward, and rewind, and it has this nice audio scroll bar. Here's your mute button. Another feature with this keyboard that is available in many, if not all, mechanical keyboards is the dual cord. Here's what your dual cord looks like. This one has a symbol here of what looks kind of like a keyboard, and that's your keyboard plug. This one has arrows. This one is your pass-through plug. You plug this in and it controls your keyboard. You plug this one in and it's your pass-through. Pass-through means that you have the outlet here on your keyboard, and whatever you plug in here then goes through here, passes through here into your computer. I'm going to show you a little trick of what I do with these plugs and also why I have this twisty tie in just a second. The reason why I use the twisty ties is because these cords are really heavy and it weighs down and pulls down on the plugs themselves. So I keep them twisty tied so that this one isn't dragging, and I only use this one. I'm not using the pass-through at this time because this plug is actually for a multi-plug use. So when I plug in my keyboard, I take a little small piece of paper that's crumpled up and I stick it underneath there. And this is holding the plug up so that it's not pulling down and dragging on this outlet and possibly damaging it.
One thing that I'd briefly like to speak about is the durability of the keys. I purchased this keyboard approximately 2 months ago and the keys still look brand new. Not only is the lettering still all there, but the keys themselves have held their integrity. There's no marks, gouges, or anything like that. And if you look at the photographs of the Microsoft keyboard that I used for approximately 4 years, after a couple of months of having that keyboard, the letters started to wear away. And obviously that's not a huge deal if you've memorized the letters on the keyboard, but if you can look closely on the photographs, you can see that the keys themselves are wearing away. There's gouges in the keys themselves, and I think that that speaks greatly to the durability of this Corsair keyboard that I have. that the keys are well built, and I'm looking forward to them holding up for a long use and a long period of time.
Now, when I first got this keyboard, a few of the negatives, the things that I didn't like was that when I was typing and hitting the space bar, oftentimes I would get two spaces instead of a single space. But as I got used to the keyboard and possibly also broke it in a little bit, that issue went away for me. You can at times see the keyboard showing a little bit of fingerprinting, but again, the keyboard wipes up really quickly and easily, and so that it hasn't been an issue for me either. The wrist rest itself is great that it comes with one. However, being at the computer all day, I prefer to use my padded wrist rest, and I actually add it right on top of the one that comes with it. And this is how I transcribe, is with actually both wrist rests. It's important to use a wrist rest, in my opinion, for ergonomic reasons. And to go into a little bit more detail about ergonomics, I'm just going to share the link to the OSHA website that discusses keyboards and workstations and ergonomics. So if you'd like more information on ergonomics, you can go to the OSHA website. Now I'm just going to quickly hit a few keys, and that'll give you an opportunity to kind of hear what it sounds like. So you can kind of get an idea of how loud or quiet you think it is. When I'm working, I'm wearing headphones or earbuds and listening to audio quite loud, so the noise itself coming off the keyboard doesn't bother me at all. Overall, I really do like this keyboard. I'm very happy with my purchase. I think it's worth the $129 plus that it cost me to get it. And I hope that you take the time and do the research to find the keyboard that you feel works best, will work best for you. I hope you found this video useful. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel to catch all upcoming videos. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. I appreciate you watching. Thanks and best wishes.